I'm going to raise one of these buildings so that I could build myself a church that would make the population in here even happier. This should be just fine. It looks like we'll just have to wait for their response right now. We've made major offensives all along the front line now. We had multiple battles. And so we have to see just how well they're going to react to this. I'm not sure that there is a response due to the fact that multiple armies have been destroyed, wiped out. And there's not much that they should be able to do, but we'll find out. As you can see, they're attacking Dansk. So Genoa took West Prussia, Dansk, and they retreated. Now, as you can see, what I was hoping to avoid is these kind of intervention forces that are attacking us continuously behind our lines. So if we move our front forward without leaving the troops behind, we'll certainly be harassed, or worse, our cities may be destroyed by forces that passed our armies and attacked our cities behind our armies that are not very well defended. As you can see, they have decided to march out. This is a significant force out there, and these are one of the still main armies that Poland and Lithuania holds. These are the armies that conquer Europe, mostly consisting of line infantry and grenadiers, supported by artillery and some cavalry units. Now we'll see just how well they are prepared, but they'll be marching out of the fort and we'll just have to effectively engage them. Certainly, Venice showed us that bayonet fight is not always the best choice. Even if it was a victory, actually normally we would win much easier. And in this case right here, things may turn out to be really ugly. Okay, let's see what they've got. And hopefully for us, as you can see, their force is divided, and that is simply exactly what we need. We need to attack their force that is divided, cut their units down, while they're not fighting together effectively, and win battles just like that. Now we'll be moving on. Engage. We'll be moving on, and hopefully we will engage their cavalrymen, who are certainly trying to flank us here. In the meantime, I hope to start my engagement here and see the troops pouring from this gate. And they are moving towards the gate. Hopefully this will allow me to encircle them. In the meantime, they may just be pounding me with artillery fire, which is very bad. I'm going to send these troops closer. I want them to engage now. In here, on the other hand, things are not that easy. Their cavalry is turning circles all around continuously. I'm going to issue orders to attack same time, I'm going to position my first units to attack close to the gate. This is where they start to pour out, and if we're going to hold numerical superiority here and effectively surround them, then everything's certainly gonna go our way. As you can see, they have attacked us here, but this should only stop us for a short period of time. Let's fight this cavalry unit right here. It's supported by the general's unit. We should be able to kill them all off. Now I'm sending in the infantry too. Hopefully the general is not going to die here. But with the infantry, it should be easy for us to do it. Here, as you can see, it's about to go down. They still have multiple forces all over the place. I'm going to spread my troops so this engagement could be much more effective. They would be at the same time fighting two of our units. Our lines are going to be much deeper. Now I don't know if they know that they need to run there, but it looks like they know. They have finally engaged their first units here, and so it's going down. We're fighting by the gate, and the fighting so far is quite effective. It looks like we're still going to have another fight by another gate, and this isn't that good because that's not where I wish to fight. But due to the fact that I don't have a choice, it will have to do. And so I'm sending in my forces. And I'll try to make sure that both of our units are fighting here at the same time. So I retreated my line infantry back a little bit so that other line infantry unit can go at it. In here we're having a blast, as you know. We'll be fighting on two sides, not the way I hoped. The front line, well, the fighting line, I would say, has stretched out quite thin. But we have surrounded them effectively. As you can see here, even two of our units can quite hardly take out their unit. Let's go in. All of this is certainly going to be very hard. I need to move my troops so that as many brigades could fight at the same time as possible. And so I'm retreating my troops, as you can see. And this will make them advance. And in turn, they are going to advance on my multiple brigades. Which is going to be very, very effective for me. Not that effective for them. Now we should be able to prevail much more effectively. In here we should be able to surround them and cut them. Now that's just beautiful right here. Look at that. They're fighting there so hard, and then in here we're even sending reinforcements. Some of the troops are already retreating. We can't allow that. Hopefully they won't be able to do so. They're fighting them all over the place here. They're effectively surrounded here now, as you can see. The general is nearby. They have nowhere to run. We should be able to squeeze them in. In here, things are not as good due to the fact that enemy formations here are much more numerous and we're being shot. But I guess there's no way for these troops to disengage anyway. They're fighting grenadiers. Like, it can be even worse than it's currently are. They're outnumbered, they're being shot, and they're fighting grenadiers. And now our grenadiers decided that there's no hope themselves. However, on this side right here, we have effectively prevailed. It looks like we can't really enter the fort as far as I know, but I don't know. Let's see if we can enter the fort. No, we can't enter the fort. So the only thing we're left with right now is getting ourselves into a different position. And that's it, we have to wait. In the meantime, we can see just how we're being wiped out there. Obviously, they have prevailed in here. They engaged our unit that was reinforcing, and they have beaten this unit of 3 brigades of 4. Lots of dead bodies littered. Now, this has went 2 ways. We did lost a few brigades, but at the same time, they were not able to fight us at full strength either. And so, due to this fact, this slaughter happened here, and they have been certainly killed off. Let's not forget that this is one of the few armies that Poland and Lithuania still had, the ones that are feared. And without these, they shouldn't be able to fight effectively for a long time, unless they field new ones. And now, everybody is getting into position. Hopefully, these soldiers will get some rest, because they are all exhausted right now. Enemy does have multiple brigades, however, as you can see, there's only a few here. And if we use this opportunity to engage their small number with our number, which is much larger than theirs, we should certainly be able to prevail. I'm moving forward as close to them as possible now. We're going after them. Hopefully they won't wish to be organized with the rest of their units, which would stand up a chance to fight us much more effectively than they currently are capable of doing that. And the first shootouts have started. We are effectively reducing their units, and that's death-free killing. That's why gun is such a big deal, as you can see. That has made them retreat. Our troops are going to chase them. They're routing, so that means we need to go with the bayonet at them. This will mean that we will be able to prevail, because they will start to rout very, very quickly. In turn, we will be able to cut them down while they're still running. They are concerned, attacking the rear. It looks like their reinforcements are here. We'll have to chase them. Wow. This brigade is being wiped out. We were prepared for this offensive very well. Now, battle here opens up road to Warsaw without leaving anything behind. In fact, I'm going to make these soldiers climb up the wall. I need them to do that, just in case. In here, the troops can line up. There's still, as you can see, one of their brigades out there. And we'll have to engage this with our multiple of ours. It looks they were retreating a little bit. Now, soldiers should start going on the walls, which is exactly what's happening. And now here it's on. We'll be shooting at them, and certainly we'll be routing them. As you can see, the line of fire is really, really small here. Okay. We have to climb up the walls, otherwise we won't be able to enter the city. Now that we are in position, it's time for us to attack this brigade with everything we've got, and that's a frontal charge with infantry and a rear charge with cavalry. See, before cavalry engages, they shoot. This was a devastating charge for such a thin line as theirs. Furthermore, now we're in a position to repeat this with another enemy brigade that's out there, but it looks like they'll be heading for the city. Everybody else needs to head down into the city. As you can see, the city center is huge. This fort is just incredibly massive. But this does create some problems, but in any case,